Hi guys, and welcome back to the series on Python for MBAs and marketers. And in this series, my objective is to help you understand this language so that you can build a skill. If you are an MBA student or if you are anybody who has anything to do with marketing, then you need to get into marketing analytics, and Python as of now is one very important language for you to do it. That is why I've created it. Up till now, you've learned some of the basic data types. For example, the int, the float, and the string. And in this video, I will be helping you understand that what are some of the basic operations which you can do on each of these. So let's head on to our Visual Studio Code, and do not forget to make good notes in your notebooks. So in our last video, I had showed you that there are these three basic data types in Python, and these are very important for you to know. The first one is int, this one is the string, and this one is the float. And we had performed a few mathematical operations on them. However, in this video, what I want to share is that how can you further do certain operations, say, for example, on a string. So suppose I have it like this. Suppose I have a string. I define something like this. Marketing communication, Marcom, is equal to welcome home. Okay, fair enough. And now I need to do certain operations on this. I need to do something on this. Now, how do I find out that what are the various things which I can do inside Python? I would want to have a entire understanding of what are the various methods which I can apply to this data type so that I can manipulate this data type. And the word which I would want to stress again is on the word methods. That for each data type, there are something called methods which you need to be aware of. So for me to find out that for a string data type, what are the things which I need to do? I need to use the command shell. Now for this, I would first type py, which is Python, and then minus 3.9. If you remember, 3.9 is the version of the Python interpreter which we had installed. Now I enter it and we are inside the Python command shell. Now for me to find that what are the various operations which I can do on a string, I would use a command dir, and on that I would say dir string str. So from this, when I play this command, when I run this command, it should give me all the methods which I can apply on string, which means it will give me an idea of almost all the things which I can do with a string inside of Python. So here we are, enter. Now, if you see this in front of you, these are all the things which you can do with a string once you have it. So for example, I can see a method called upper. And if I want to find out that what exactly is the operation of a method, then I need to use a command called help. So in help, I go help, and I would say that I want to know that what would inside the string data type, what would be the operation of the upper method. And I press enter. And from here, I would understand that, okay, if I use this command, it would help me with the copy of a string converted to uppercase, which means if I have a string, say, for example, x is equal to hello, and if I do something like x dot upper, oh, I need to do this print x dot upper. Something is wrong. Let me just check it. Yeah, so I just do it like this, hello dot upper, and then the brackets. Now it is very important that whenever you're using a method, you need to use it with a brackets at the end of it. Now when I press this, you can see that my string hello has been converted to the uppercase. In the same way, I can find something else over here. So when we had find out that what are the various things which I can do with a string, I saw a thing called title. So from here we can see that what exactly would it do. I would go here and I'd say str dot title, and it says that words start with uppercased characters. So I would just execute this over here. So for example, I would say Marcom dot title, and I would print this out. So I'd say print Marcom dot title, and I would execute this command over here. And as you can see that in the output, the first characters have been capitalized. So in the same way, you can find out that for any data type, what are the various operations which you can do on it. And from there, you would start accumulating skills. You would start accumulating the knowledge of the various small manipulations which you can do on the various things which you'll have inside your program. However, here it is very important that now that you have seen this video, you should go ahead and find out that what does each of the different methods which are there available for a string, what do all of them they do. You should ideally open your Visual Studio Code and you should apply all of them one by one to a dummy string. And only once you have completed all of those things, only once you are allowed to move ahead from here. Because if you have no idea that what are the things which you can do inside your program, you would never be able to imagine things. You will never be able to create new things. Now from there, I would go on to float. And let's see that what are the various things which are available for a float. So I'd go again over there, Python 3.9. That's great. Now we are here where we can see these three arrows right here, and I would say dir float. And from here you can see that we have been able to find all of the things which we can do with a float. So let me see that what exactly we can do. So is integer. Okay, fair enough. I will use this thing of is integer and I'll try to find out that what exactly would it do to my float. So I'd go here and I'd say help float dot is underscore integer, and it would say that the output of this is going to be a boolean. It will be a true or a false if that float is an integer, which means that if it is an integer, it would say that yes, it is an integer, true, and if it has a decimal to it, then it would say that no, it is a float, hence is integer is equal to false. So how about we experience this over here? So I would say x is equal to 3.4, and then I would say something like this, that x dot is integer, pardon me, is integer this thing. Now if I execute this code, ideally it should give me a false, and the reason is that because 3.4 is not an integer, it is a float. So if I execute this, then okay, there's something wrong with this, something wrong with our program. Let me check. Invalid syntax. So what's wrong in this? Okay, probably we need to apply print over here. Let's see if that works. And let me execute the program. Okay, something is still wrong with this. Okay, so if I run the same command over here, 3.4 is integer, this would work over here. Let me check why is it not working. Yeah, so as you can see here, we get a false because 3 float is not an integer, it's a float. I just need to see that why is this not getting executed. Okay, so we are having this problem most likely because we are inside the Python shell and we need to come out of it. So let me just press exit. This is probably the reason why. Okay, so now we are outside, and now if we execute this, most likely this should work. Yes, as expected, it is there, and you can see that the outcome is false. Now, the same thing you could have executed within the Python shell itself. For that, you need to start off that. You need to be inside the Python shell, which is like this, and then you can execute the same command over there, is integer, and you would see that the answer is false. And if you need to execute this from here, then you need to first exit your Python shell like this, and then you'd be able to execute it as well. So I hope in this video you've got the curiosity for you to go ahead and try the various methods and experiment on them, so that you have a complete understanding of what all are the options which are there available for you. I'll see you in the next video, in which I will share with you another interesting topic, and we will progress on our journey to learn Python for MBAs and marketers. Thanks a lot.